Here are 3 free traffic sources to help you promote your website. I'm going to show you how to maximize your traffic from 3 little known social media networks called StoreBoard, Chaino, and BB. And if you want to see how my students are making millions of dollars online with my traffic methods, then stick around until the end. Now, for best results today, I want you to open up a separate browser window and follow along with this step-by-step tutorial. And do pay close attention because you are going to learn some brand new shortcuts and you're going to see some little nuances that will maximize your traffic results. And also, if you intend on building an email list, I will show you how to get an extra 7,000 leads every year. Now, the free traffic sources that I'm giving you today have a combined reach of almost 4 million people. And while some of them do have a premium option, you can absolutely use all of these to promote your website and get traffic for free. So let's start with taking a look at the traffic overview for StoreBoard.com. It's got almost 300,000 page views every month. A lot of that traffic is coming from India, 17% of that comes from the United States, 9% from Pakistan, 7% from the Philippines, and 3% from Australia. So it seems to be an interesting mix and lots of nationalities gathering on the platform. You can see that 74% is direct. From search, 10%, it's okay, I guess. If we have a look at that 10% search, how much is organic? 100%. That's really good for you. Social media, 42% from Reddit, 27% from Facebook, 10% from Twitter, 10% from Photobucket, and 4% from Pinterest. It's interesting to see Reddit come out so high for that social media traffic. So perhaps the audience here on StoreBoard.com are a little bit more savvy than your average Facebook or Twitter user. Reddit seems to attract a more tuned in audience. So this is StoreBoard.com. It promises that you can promote your products, services, and media in your community. There's a lot of communities here, lots of traffic opportunities. So if this looks good to you, go ahead, sign up for your free account. It's got one of those handy Facebook and Twitter integration thingies, or you can do it manually. I'm just going to go ahead and log into my account. So just take a moment to take all this in because there are links everywhere. This website is massive and there are so many different ways we can use this for traffic generation. But let me walk you through it because before you really start using this, you need to set up your profile properly. So go to Manage Profile. It's going to ask you to put in a business name. So I'm going to put in Profit Copilot and then I'm going to save business name and we should be good to go. Now we can start exploring the platform. But before we do that, I want you to get the most traffic you can. So take the time to do 2 things. On your profile page, you can post a status update. So this means you can add images, videos, audio, blog posts, coupons. So you can link out to content from your status update. Take the time to do that immediately and then go down to your profile and go through these options because you can add an image, add video, add audio, add blog, same as above, but we can add a product and we can post a classified ad. In addition to that, we can add a link to our business profile. So if you click that, you will be able to link out to your homepage, landing page, wherever you like. And then to make sure we get targeted traffic, we should add our business profile to a relevant directory category. So check this out. There are hundreds of niches to choose from. So in this case, I might go with marketing if I can find it. So let me find it. There we go, marketing. And now I would add in a brief description. So think about the keywords that you want to use. So maybe I would say something like digital marketing tips for entrepreneurs, content creators, and marketers. Fill in the rest of your details, then go down to website and again add in another link. So this can be a landing page, it can be your website, it can be a piece of content, and you can go one step further and add in your Twitter username, your Facebook page, and send traffic to your social media profiles as well. So when you've got that all set up, you can now start using this properly because you know you are going to get the maximum amount of traffic. So on the left hand side, we have all these options. Let me show you one of the most interesting sections. If we go to locations and if we click on world, you can go to US or wherever you like, but I'm going to start with world. Check this out. So we have all these subsections, all these countries. Now, because I'm Irish, I might go to Ireland and have a look, or because I'm living in the UK, I might have a look at the UK, but let's start with Ireland. And here we can see the latest posts that people in Ireland or people who want to target Irish traffic are posting in that section. And we have board, businesses, products, videos, blogs, images, audios, coupons, deals, all relevant to Ireland. Now let me show you something else that is very powerful, because if we drop this down, we can choose individual cities around the world, or we can go to individual cities in Ireland. So here we've got Waterford, which is where I'm from. I was born and raised in Waterford. Let's go see what's happening in my hometown. Seems to be taking a little while to load the page, so let's say we might come back to this later on, but I think you get the idea on how this section of the website works. So let's go take a look at groups. So if we click view groups, look at all these different groups, and these are all different niches. So we have thousands and thousands of groups available. If you're not happy with ones here, you can go to all groups and get even more, or you can create your own. But for the moment, let's say we want to have a look at the marketing groups. So to find high traffic groups, it is going to take a little bit of work. You are going to have to go through a few pages to find potential traffic sources, because even though there are a lot of groups here, some of them don't have that many members. When you find a relevant group, just click join group. Then you can interact on other people's posts. So you can leave a comment or you can start a new discussion. If you're promoting content, which it seems to allow, then in the description, give people a really good reason to click on your link. We don't want to just add links and then leave. We want to really engage with the community, deliver value, and give them a really good reason to click the link, because nobody is going to visit your website or a landing page or an offer just because you told them to. You need to give them a really solid, specific reason to do that. So you explain the benefits. And when you have explained the benefits, then click attach a link, put in the URL, and you're good to go. Let me show you another way to get traffic, because we've looked at groups. Now let's look at networks. Click view networks. It will take you to a page that looks like this. And again, here we just have a list of different niches. It's crazy, right? All these different topics, all these different niches, all these different traffic opportunities. So I might click on marketing and it will take me to a page that looks like this. And it's asking me to share something new and interesting with the marketing network. And now we can decide what type of content to post. So we have these little content icons at the bottom here. It allows you to publish all types of content, including ads, including products and coupons. So you can share your content here, but you can also change the location. So if you want a wider reach, you can change, whoops, that's my phone. So you can change the location here and then get a much wider reach for your content. Let me show you another way to get traffic from this platform. I know we're covering a lot today, but we have this section down here. So you have the promote section. If you scroll down, you can add multiple types of content here, but the one that I want you to pay attention to here is blogs. If you click on view blogs, it will take you to a page that looks like this. So here are the latest blog posts from the community, and we can change this. We can change how this data is structured. So we can drill down into specific countries or states or even cities if we want to get hyper targeted, or we can change it from new down to trending, featured, most popular. So if you want to see what type of content is working well on this platform, go with most popular. It's going to give you a lot of data that you can use. So if you want to capitalize on the most traffic, create content that you know that the audience on here will appreciate. But how do you get your content posted on here? Well, click the plus blog icon. It's going to take you to a form like this. Give it a strong title as ever. Think about the keywords that someone might be searching for. Think about the emotional impact, because we want to have a high click-through rate. Think about the keywords in the blog summary, and then we have a separate section just for keywords that you can separate with a comma. Choose your cities, choose the category, mark whether it's safe for work or not, add your content, or even link out to somewhere else. So maybe repurpose a portion of your existing blog post with a read more link. Upload a striking image, again for that click-through rate, because we want it to stand out, don't we? And then you can go ahead and publish. Now, there are lots more ways to drive traffic from this site, but I'm going to leave you to explore it in your own time, because we could spend a couple of hours going through all the options. But let me show you one more, which is links. So it's very simple. Click add a link, and now you can add a link to categories. Good stuff. So let's move to the second traffic source, which is called Chaino.com. Now, I can't find a traffic level according to SimilarWeb, so let's just go straight in to start using it, because it claims to be the social network where you truly connect with your friends, family, and interests. And that's the bit we're interested in. It's available on iOS and Android, but they also have a web version too, which is the version that I'm using. So let's go ahead and sign up, and you will immediately be presented with a dashboard like this. And it's nowhere near as complicated as the previous website, StoreBoard. Chaino is a lot easier to use, and it's more based around specific topics. So let's get your profile in order. Move over to the top right-hand side. Click on your profile avatar, click profile, and we can go edit the profile and start getting it nice and prepared for people who might click and visit this profile. So the bits that I really want you to pay attention to is the About Me section. So here, I want you to use this as an opportunity to add keywords and also add a call to action. So I might say something like digital marketing expert with 20 years experience, benefit from my years on the front line here, and then I would have a link to one of my websites. I'll click save, and then we should be good to go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this hyperlink clickable, or is it just text? Well, if we have a look at someone else's profile, so let's go with Viking Trance. Let's have a look at his profile. So here you can see the content that he's been posting on the platform. But if we look at the info section, here he has a brief description about what this brand is all about. It's got relevant keywords in there, and it also has a hyperlink. So if we click that, it is going to take us to his website. And I think my internet is running a little bit slow today, but there we can see his website is loaded up, all good. So that means people can click through to your website too. So the bit that I really want to show you is over here in communities. So these are groups that will be relevant to your interest. Some of these don't have that much activity going on, but some of them do. It depends on your niche. So this one has got 751 members. It's not that active, but it is relevant. So any traffic flowing into this group, well, they're probably going to click on anything that I contribute here if I give them a strong enough reason. So here, you want to give them something that you believe is going to be of immense benefit to them. So I might post in a link to one of my articles that teaches people how to make $1,000 a month in passive income from blogging. And it's automatically pulled in the image, the headline, and some copy as well. So in addition to just posting that link, I should really give them a solid reason. I'm really not going to spend any time on this because I just want to show you how to post. So if you're happy with that, then you can click Pulse and it will be sent to the group. Now, what if you're a member of lots of different groups? That's going to be fairly time consuming to post each one. So here's a little shortcut, because if we go back to the dashboard, here we have a status update box. So you can post to categories, you can post to your followers, friends, family, acquaintances, but you can also post to a community. Check that option, then paste in a link to your content, add a strong call to action in there, and then if we scroll down here, we can choose which group we send it to. Now you can post to multiple boards, one after another, and it's going to save you an awful lot of time. But again, make sure that this content is absolutely relevant to the communities that you're posting to. So let's move on to the final one, which is arguably the best one. So I may have saved the best for last. It is called bb.com, and it currently gets over 3 million page views every month. And it brands itself in a very simple way. So jobs, freelancers, groups, and blogging. And it invites you to select your country. Now, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. Now, this, in my opinion, has slightly better traffic in terms of intent, especially if you're in marketing or blogging, entrepreneurship, or you want to attract creative types. So first things first, we need to get our profile in order, because people will click through and have a look at your profile. So for example, if we click through to this guy's profile, we can see, well, he's really taking things seriously, and rightly so. He's got over 700 followers, and we can see that he's really filling things out. You know, he's taking the time to add all his details, and right at the bottom, he's adding links. Now, I'll show you how to do that in a second, but the terminology and the words they use on this platform is a little bit confusing, because here we have bees. That basically means contacts. So people that you might be friends with, or this chap's friends. So if we click on bees, these are all his friends. If we click on buzzes, this really means posts. So it's the contributions that he's made to the site. So these are the articles that he's published. And we can see that his content is getting shared, at least. And then we have hives, which are groups. If we click on that, we can see all the groups that this chap belongs to. So if this guy was relevant to our niche and we wanted to emulate some of his success, what we could do is just look through the hives or the groups that he belongs to and then join the same ones. We will talk more about that in a couple of minutes, because this is more than just joining groups and dropping links. So let's start the right way and go edit our profile. So click on your name, your avatar, then go to profile, and we should be able to add to the About Me section. So take the time to add relevant keywords, because people do use this platform to find like-minded people and network. So you want to use use the right keywords in the description as well. That's going to assist the algorithm. When talking about your experience, again, add keywords. Think about the emotional impact of that. So we write for the algorithm, but we also write for human beings. And then down here, skills and keywords. There, you can go a little bit crazy with the keywords if you want to. But down here, we have links where you can link out to your landing page or to your blog, your website, wherever you like. And you can see that I'm linking to one of my landing pages. If I click add, it should pop up. There we go. So it's giving me an option to add a new URL in there. I'm not sure how many we can have, but I know we can have at least a couple. So I might want to link to my private YouTube channel, which is where I tend to document the behind the scenes stuff that goes into running my businesses. And then I'll click save. It should be added there. If I click through, it should bring me directly to, there we go, to my YouTube, one of my YouTube channels. That's my private one. Okay, it's not private, publicly available. It's just personal to me. Okay. So there's quite a few things we can do with this site. So let me walk you through some of them. So let's start with people. I'm going to assume that you're interested in lead gen. So you want to build an email list. You want to get people into your funnel. So let's find relevant people, and then we can reach out to them, because a good strategy for this network or any other social media network is, well, let me walk you through it. So we type in a skill or an interest. So I could go marketing. It's going to bring back a bunch of people who are interested in marketing. Or let's go with marketing UK. Let's get super specific with this, because we want to narrow it down a little bit, don't we? So what I could do is, if I had a premium account, I could reach out and send them a message and then start a dialogue and then invite them to my landing page, and then they can subscribe to my email list. Now, you can apply this to pretty much any social media platform if you want to, but imagine if you reached out to 10 or 20 people a day. Just imagine over the course of a year what size your email list would be. If you do that in addition to inbound marketing, and if you want me to go into more detail on inbound marketing, let me know in the comments. I'll create tutorials on that for you, because in my opinion, it is the single most powerful marketing strategy of all. However, reaching out to these potential leads is also a good strategy if we are consistent and we do it over and over again. Because let's say we reach out to 20 people a day, well, potentially over the course of a year, you can build your list to over 7,000 people. But what if you want more traffic? Well, let me show you 2 ways to get traffic from this site. So here we have Hives. If you click on Hives, search for something of interest. So for me, it could be marketing, and it's going to bring back hives or groups relevant to that niche. And some of these are enormous. So this one has got 500 bees or members, but this one has got over 100,000, 161,000 members in this marketing group. If I click through to that, well, there we go. We see a familiar face in there. And if we go down, we see how people are using this group. It's pretty obvious that people are using this to promote their website and promote their content. So that tells us that it is perfectly acceptable to use this in a similar way. And take a look, because there is engagement here. We can see that this piece of content has had 8 relevance or upvotes or likes. It's had over 900 views, and it's got 3 comments. Check this out, because our friend here has posted this piece of content 2 days ago, and it's already had over 8,000 views. And this could be you. There is nothing stopping you from getting the same kind of results. And listen, I genuinely want you to succeed. there is nothing that would make me happier than seeing your website become massively successful. So it's pretty decent in terms of engagement and actual views. There is a community here, but how do you post to these groups? Well, let me show you. Down here we have this orange plus icon. If you click on that, it's going to ask you to produce honey. Again, the terminology here is a little bit crazy, but it basically means create content. So you can create a blog post on the platform. So click produce honey. It's going to allow you to create an article and post it in groups. And if we have a look at how someone else is doing things, it gives us an idea of what works and what we can do too. So if we go back to our old friend who posted an hour ago, it's a 1-minute read. It's had less than 10 views so far, but check this out. This is basically an advertisement for a webinar. And here we have a call to action. So it's a register now. I'm not going to click that link because I don't want to throw his metrics off, because I don't have the time to sign up for his webinar. I don't want to create, I don't want to mess with his analytics or screw up his conversion rate, because as marketer to marketer, we look out for each other, right? We make sure that we're not clicking on people's ads that cost them money. We're not messing up their metrics needlessly. So if we scroll down, you can see that, he's linking out to a couple of different sources. So you can do something pretty similar. So go back to your article. What you can do, if you want to, is repurpose content from your website. So this is an article of mine. I could take that URL, paste it into the actual article here, and turn that into a read more link. Now, bear in mind, anything you post here can be made public. So that means Google and other search engines will index it. So for that reason, you might not want to take the entire article. Instead, just take portions. So for example, if we take this portion and paste it in, what we should be able to do is wrap it in quotes. There we go, wrap it in a quote. So it tells Google that this is from a different source. Put in a link to the source as well. That's very important. But in addition to that, we want to add some original content here. So that can even just be a paragraph or two explaining why you're using this as a quote. And I wouldn't take the headline exactly as is. So I wouldn't just repurpose it in that way, because that is just duplicate content. So instead, what I could do is just reword it, and then it has its own chance of ranking on Google, and it won't interfere with the original on your website. So now you know how to publish to groups. Let me show you a couple more ways to use this for traffic gen. So if we go back to the main dashboard, we have this Share Buzz section. So here you can post a link to a website, landing page, whatever, as long as it's relevant. Again, give people a really solid reason to click the link. You can also go back to the Write Article section there through the main dashboard. You can post a job ad if you're looking to hire someone. If you're looking for jobs, actually, there's plenty available. However, if we go back here to post, drop that down, we get the same options on the dashboard. So that means as we're exploring the website, we can always just go back to this post tab, click that, and then we can start posting wherever we like. Let me show you one more thing real quick. If we go to producer, these are the latest contributions and latest posts that have been published. So for example, this one has had 2 likes. It's had over 100 views. It was published 15 hours ago. That's free traffic. So anytime you publish in a group, it's going to appear under the Discover section, or you can publish directly to it because it is a pretty high traffic area of the website. You can just click Produce Honey, write a story, and it will take you back to that article editor. Now, I want you to imagine, what if you don't just post one article, but what if you have 10 articles on here? What if you have, over time, what if you have 50? Imagine how much free traffic you are going to get. And if you rinse and repeat that across all these traffic sources that I've shown you today, you can imagine what kind of results you will get when you zoom out and look at it over the course of 3 months, 6 months, or a year. But the important thing is that you are consistent, because when you are consistent, you really can achieve amazing results. Like Matt, he's making millions of dollars online thanks to my training. And if you want to know the secret and you are serious about making money online, then you're going to need more web traffic. So I will give you the secret traffic methods that I never share anywhere else for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. I'll also put a link to that in the description. And if you found today's tutorial useful, give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe to the channel too. Hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.